Guess the date. It is the 31st of December. We are back and we are just one day away from the season takeover, which is the beginning of pre-season. Our schedule is already set. We have already traversed and we are now in the Chungbuk Regional League B. First of all, considering things, we and Yumsam Sangsang are the teams that were promoted. These are the teams. We are also playing 6 games in this particular league, and we have a total of 20 games to play. Each team play each other 4 times. So considering we are 6, that will be a very short season, to be honest. I think 3 episodes and the season will be done. That will be a really good way to complete the season. But we are here, we are with these couple of teams that are here, and a couple has changed ever since we left the last time. We have lost players and we have gained some money. If we look at our finances, one thing that you can see is a massive difference between the months of November and December. I think this is the prize money that we got for getting promoted. Yeah, that 30 something thousand pounds, and look, it just has a minor effect on that. I really hope we can find some good sponsorship targets to negate these 15,000. And then my scouting budget is 67,000 and the club has only 15,000. I won't cry about anything. I'm okay with it. I have a scouting budget. I'm so happy about that. Talking about scouting budget, I talked to the board about increasing my scouts. They added me 1 slot. Yay! I now have 2 scouts, 1 chief scout. Those are a total of 3 scouts. We are the highest in the regional league B in terms of scouting department. Yeah. The league season has already been set. All the fixtures are here, and as you can see, the venues again are neutral. No one still has their ground. These are the lower amateur leagues. You don't expect much. But before we look at that, I hope and I know this is a transfer special video. It is called transfer special in the thumbnail, and that is just what we are going to deal with today. So since the season has ticked over and we are now in the new season, it is the season 2024. The transfer in and transfer out tabs are all gone, but a couple of transfers happened after the season ended, and I don't know why they are still in the season 2023 tab. Like the last transfer we had before the season ended was Song Chanun leaving to join Gangdong DCFC. Then Jang Min, our very good defensive midfielder, went on to join Jongnom Yowang. I don't see the league, a league which they are playing to, but one thing I can notice is that they have a negative 1 social media follower. We have 195 social media followers for comparison. Just that just shows a drop off. I don't see anything that he has improved himself there with. Maybe game time, we'll see. I was giving him enough game time as compared to what he's going to get, maybe. The next transfer had to be Hwang Jun Won, our very good right back. I don't know why we lost our right back. This dude was just good, was just frankly good. He left to join this team called Yangju Dokie Football Club. I don't even know. They play in the K5 Gyeonggi. He made a little bit of an upgrade. We are currently in the K6. He should have just stayed with us. He's not even receiving. He's on and out in a contract. He's still in an amateur contract. I think they just trusted him better. So we have lost Hwang Jun Won, our very good right back, and now we also went on to lose Kim Chan Hee to Calvin University. The University Leaves have stolen many of my players, and Kang Jun finally, our goalkeeper, our backup goalkeeper who made only 1 appearance the whole season, has gone to Hong Seong Osio. I can call this a transfer of minds. Maybe we'll receive some gaming time there. So with the players that we have lost and more that we are subject to lose, it leaves our starting 11 at a jeopardy. First of all, we have players that are due to travel to go to their teams on the beginning of the 3 season. So we are going to run the intro, we are going to press continue and leave. Those players are going to leave, and then we can adjust the way our starting 11 will look for the next season, because we have already lost a lot of players. And then now we can look to start the transfer part of the transfer special, right? Players who have left, and yeah, these are the only group of players have remained with that. I think can make it in this particular league. Up front, we only have Baek Sung Jin, Ryo Jun, Yu Sung Hyung. I need two more midfielders because we are still playing the same system. I want to use this system up to the K5, wherever we will be. If we win the championship just like this, it will be great. I don't plan on changing systems. We may decide to revert to the three strikers and then use wing backs. Considering Kim In Woo is like a star player in the squad and is definitely a left back more than a wing back. Full back more than a wing back. I think I'm just gonna stick to this. We'll see how things play out within the season, but I think I may start integrating the squad into this kind of system quite a lot, because we need at least some group of players down the wings and we need to score goals, and having three strikers, you surely won't miss on goals there, will you? But for now, let us plan this all according to the previous system we were using. I have 3 or 4 defensive players who can play in that particular goalkeeper that position, and I don't have a goalkeeper. In the substitutes, I only have Baek Jung Hyun, our first choice goalkeeper for last season. He just doesn't look good enough for an upgrade, does he? Yeah, even though he has an aerial reach of 12, handling of 9, reflexes 11, I think there is someone better. If you don't find someone better, then he will definitely just slot back into position. But for now, he just doesn't look that good to me. When I look at the coach report, it's just could improve a lot. He's not good enough. Then we have Lee Kyung Ho, as our defensive midfielder. He can only make the bench for now, even though he has a little bit of good stats for a defensive midfielder in terms of 5 teamwork, 5 anticipation. His mentals are weak, and just look at his technicals. That's too weak for a defensive midfielder. You need to also be physical as a defensive midfielder. So he can only make the bench. And then we have Yang Junmo, our central midfielder. He may look good according to the stars ratings. He has improved a lot over the past few seasons. In fact, if you look at his development, the dude has just made it over the past 12 months. It just looks good. He has improved a lot. So we are going to give him a chance the next season to show us what he can do, but he will be our messiah player in that role and a substitute to Yu Sung Hyung. So going into the market, I don't think I'm going to look for a messiah. 2 players have promoted from the academy to give them a chance, because we want to also use homegrown players that we have grown from our academy and our reserves. I also had a particular group of players in the reserves. They are a lot, and they have mad potentials, as you may see here. I've taken 2 from there. I've still not taken anyone from the under 18s, but I'm planning to do so. I'm planning to look for someone in the under 18s. Just going to look through the middle of all of this first, but first let us deal with the important aspect of the club and then fill out what we have, and then we can see what we can take from the under 18s category. The first one is Koo Young Jae, a central midfielder. He just looks good, doesn't he? He has been with us ever since. He's he plays an inverted winger, but we have 2 positions we have for him. We have the central attacking one, and I also trained him to play as a messiah. If you remember very well, I was doing some training changes. His polygon doesn't look that good, but according to his growth, he may grow to become better, even though his potential is quite low. He may be a good third option for us in the midfield come next season. The other one we have is Song Sang Hyun, who is also a midfielder. I trained him to also play as a messiah. He looks good, doesn't he? We have a lot of work to do in this transfer window, and if we want to make it out, we have to begin right now. We have to fill this one, and we have to fill this particular category that is in the starting 11. If you are asking me what about these players that are here, I mean, No Young Chan was a good left back for us, just doesn't look to be growing. He has a mad potential. Choi Joo Young has a mad potential. Even the goalkeeper Im Young Wook at only 16 has a mad potential. In fact, I think I'm going to keep Im Young Wook. With his potential at the age of 16, it's quite nice. But comparing that to the potential of Choi Joo Young at 23 and No Young Chang at 20, I would rather just accept losing them. So these are the category of players I'm just going to offer out to other clubs. See if anyone can snatch up a contract for them, and then we'll see how things develop. But Im Young Wook, I think he just slots back in here, and then we'll see what to do with him later on. if we now look at the history of the players that are out now, these ones have updated. We lost Kang Yong Jong, Lee Jae-hoon and Moon Kyung-min to the universities. These universities are going to be the end of us. Then we also signed Choi Ju-young from Seoul Jugnang. I mean, this guy came back, he looks good. When I signed him, he looked quite good for our level back then, but now he looks just better. I mean, I think I have him in my list of transfers to players to, yeah, I don't know why I have him there. I think he just going to slot back into there as one of the other options. Here I don't want to offer him to clubs. I even tried to offer him to clubs and he said that he's not interested in speaking to other clubs. Since he has just joined us, we have offered out the rest of the lots. We'll see who can come in and just put in a fee for them. I just want a normal fee for them, just any fee. I've just come to look at the season preview, and we are predicted to finish first. How good are we? We have lost all the best players that we have and we are still predicted to finish first. I wonder what will happen when we sign even better players. I mean, I want to steal some players from some clubs. I mean, Baek Jung-hyun, it's our keeper who is in goal. Do we have all the players? Do we have anyone who might be of interest? Jung Jung-ho, I mean, he is in the immediate dream 11. He must be good. 11 to 17 tackling, 13 to 18. Let's have these players scouted, and then we will see what we have on our hands. I want scout reports, and then we can see if we need to sign him. I mean, I don't use wingers, but if he's a midfielder, he can play well. Kim Jong-woo from Cheongju Nangseong. What does he look like? I mean, he can play as an attacking midfielder. Let's just have him scouted. Being in the media dream 11 is something huge alongside some of our best players, and just the rest are just waves and waves of our players. Looking for players isn't going to be easy, is it? Two of our players are again predicted to be the best in the league this time round. Last season we had 3. We also have Kim Yang-hoon for Cheongju Chongnam. I think we'll have to start cramming new names again. We are going to start scouting him, see how good he is, because we really need a wing back, and also at the same time set up some scouting priorities to look for wing backs and all that. In terms of scouting priorities, I have a lot of players to look into according to my scouts. They have mad potential. I just don't know about their current ability. If I thought of my age, I think I can look at better players in terms of potential and current ability differently. Young Jan Mi here is a really weird player, right? He plays as a defensive winger. I don't use wingers, but what can he do if we train him as a central midfielder? He just doesn't look as part one. He's a really awkward player, believed to have first opportunity. He has good speed, good technicals, good mentals, and lacks in all the other areas of his game. Just isn't right person, right? On the other hand, Lee Jae-won is a really, really good striker. I think. Maybe. What do you guys think? I mean, as a target forward, we play with a target forward and like an advanced forward. We already have an advanced forward. We need a target forward. He has 14 finishing, 13 heading, 10 of the ball, 11 bravery, 8 composure, 9 balance, 8 jumping reach, 4 strength. Not that good, but we can do with that. I'm signing him. I want him right now. I want him in my club. Approach to sign. Even his polygon looks kinda good. He wants to be a star player. We'll give you an important player. We'll appoint player as vice captain. He wants to be the vice captain immediately he joins the club. There is currently no assigned vice captain. He doesn't look bad, does he? I mean, what is his leadership? He has a leadership of 13. Okay, I have no problem with that. We are giving him that particular promise. I think he is our new vice captain too. That one should increase the terms for him to enter, and I think we are going to have a new striker. That would be really good. And then now to look for the substitute strikers if he accepts our contract and no one approaches him. In terms of striking, he was our top priority when we looked at that, and he just looks really good. Lee Dong-hyuk, on the other hand, is a really, really awkward looking wing back, full back, if I may call him, but he has good mentals. Not the best technicals, not the best physical. I mean, I have a good left back, so he may come and slot in as a substitute. For Kim Min-woo, if I compare him with Kim Min-woo, I think Kim Min-woo is just better than him, isn't he? Kim Min-woo has just to be better than him. Yeah, Kim Min-woo is a whole different type of player, so he can only come in as a substitute for Kim Min-woo. If he accepts that, come in as a squad player, not as a starter, I will give him the contract. Baek Sung-won here is a really good attacking midfielder. Dude is really good. I mean, what does he look like if we compare him with Ryo Yeon-jun? Ryo Yeon-jun is the fast type. Baek Sung-won is the technical and the one who has vision type and is good at attacking type. Ryo Yeon-jun is also good. As a substitute for Ryo Yeon-jun, what does he look like? Looks really good, right? Yeah, I'm going to try to sign him as a squad player. We just see, I mean, my scouts have I started setting out these scouting activities a long time ago, and I knew the players I may lose and the players I was going to lose, and they just went out there and looked for good players. He wants to be that. I can give him a squad player role, contracts, and he has locked in will improve training facilities. I've already broken like from this promise to 10 players in the squad already, and they're unhappy about me not keeping that. Well, at least helps us in the next season. Then we'll see about the the training facility. Dude, we are an amateur league team. We don't even pay you players. Where do you want us to get the money to improve these training facilities? He has agreed to a squad player role. That's all I want, and that's good enough. I think we have our new substitute ball-winning midfielder. Yeah, he's not good to be a starting ball-winning midfielder. Just not good enough. If we don't find a good ball-winning midfielder by then. But I love his polygon. He looks well-rounded, though his stats are still in the orange as most of our players are. I would love at least he will hit this green a little bit for a good ball-winning midfielder to use this season. He's originally a defensive midfielder, but I lack... Yeah, we lack a defensive midfielder. Jung-moon went. What about him being a defensive midfielder on defense? Does he go as to par with that? Doesn't have the physicals that we need, but he has good jumping reach. His technicals are weak. I think I'll look to sign him maybe as an option. Remember, we also need squad players. We just don't need many regular starters alone. Regular starters, we need good players, and we are just going to look for good players. We also need squad options. If I can find them and sign them, I will sign them. I think this is, yeah, he's good enough. As a French player, he just looks like a French player to me. 23 years old, we're just going to finalize that. He is good enough. Finalize the deal, exit the talks, and he just looks kinda nice. We have this striker, Kim Jin-young. He was recommended to me a lot by my staff over the past season. This guy, is he really good enough? He's good enough to play as a poacher. I need an advanced forward. What is the best he can do in terms of that? He has 11 finishing, 6 first touch, 8 dribbling, kind of good technicals. Not the worst mentals, not the worst physicals. But what about if we compare him to Lee Jong-won, the striker we have just given a contract to? They're just the current type of model player. He's just fast. He's a fast striker and good in technicals. Otherwise, Lee Jong-won is kinda better than him. And I don't want to sign two strikers who will be competing for game time. Or maybe we might sign him and then have a third striker. Am I even sure Lee Jong-won will join me? Shall I take the risk? I'm a man of risks, I'm taking it. He has also locked in will improve training facilities. Sorry dude, that will be hard. We're going to give him the regular starter. Negotiate, finalize the deal. If he joins us and also Lee Jong-won joins us, I'll have a lot on my plate to think about. We'll see. By the way, all this time I've just been focusing on the reports my scouts have been giving us. Just look at all these A pluses. Wouldn't you focus if you just looked that they have extensive knowledge of these players and given them A pluses? That's really, really good. The last two players I'm going to look at maybe definitely are going to be these. And these 19-year-old Kim Dong-gyeon goalkeeper, whom they think is good. Let's see how good he is. He's good. He's good. Yes, this guy is good. Even though his polygon doesn't go the way of shot stopping and distribution the way we want our players to be. Oh, this guy is good. Just look at this. Look at these technicals. Doesn't know. his positioning, unfortunately. But at 19, I mean, this can be a really good backup goalkeeper. Even our own goalkeeper would be slaughtered out of the starting 11. He's quite good, isn't he? What if we compare him to Baek Jung-hyun, our goalkeeper, who is... Baek Jung-hyun is made to look like a baby. Wow, I'm signing him. If he can make my starting goalkeeper from the previous season look that bad, I need to make an offer first to the club. Yeah. Will they even... he's in their reserves. Will they even... I'm making an offer of £0. Yes, I don't have the money. I should have clicked suggest terms first, I think, but if I get him, it will be really good. I will have solved one part of my problems in the goalkeeping part section. He's just good. At 19, he's good enough. Last but not least, from the scouting department, before we start venturing into looking at 4 players by our own, is An Sung-ju Messiah, who plays as a Messiah role. He has been presented to us as a Messiah. Is it good enough as a Messiah? He's not bad, but he cannot dribble. I need players who can dribble. He has 5 stamina. I have midfielders. Do I need him? He has 13 passing. This is kind of nice. I mean, what if we compare him to Yoo Sang-hoon? What does he look like compared to Yoo Sang-hoon? These are quite funny polygons. Who is now better? They can both run. They're both strong. They can both see. But this one is better in terms of mentals. Yoo Sang-hoon is better in terms of attacking and technicals. I'm going to offer a contract. I have to make an offer first. Yeah, let's wait and see about those particular chances, and then now we start looking for players on our own according to what we will receive from this particular lot. I've set up a new transfer recruitment focus. I'm looking for a goalkeeper and a right back, and then the minimum current ability I've set to 2.5 star. Minimum potential is 3 stars. I've tried to look for higher than these, but they always come back that they have found no one. So I want to lower the bar a little bit, see if they can find anyone aged between 15 and 27. Areas I have any, considering we have scouts who have only extensive knowledge of South Korea. And then priority is top scouts assigned analysts. They're just going to do the things the way they have. They can also include the results from the other recruitment focuses. They have no 0 recommendations. We have that going on, and then I think those are 2 players, two that are going out, and then I'm going to set out one more to go just and look for a midfielder. So we can't go top priority, we can just go standard. We're going to look for a minimum ability of 2.5 star, minimum potential 3, also less than 27 years old. Don't want old players, just going to rename that one. Yes, some news just in. Kim Dong-yeon here cannot join us. It said that the move is no longer happening as Chonan are under an embargo due to an impending takeover. I wonder how long the impending takeover is going to take. But Chonan here, they're a team in the K-League. These are the teams we expect to go through such embargoes, such problems. When I look at their facilities, they just don't look that good. When I look at their landmarks and then I come to finances, there is no information about the takeover yet, but I think we will come back after a few days to see if the impending takeover has been done. But this guy is the 19-year-old goalkeeper that we want, and I think we will still have him on our radar as things go, because once this takeover is complete, or if it doesn't happen, I will come back. I'll still come back for this guy. I want him. I want this 19-year-old goalkeeper. He just looks good enough. I don't want to lose him. So we are going to place him in our shortlist. Look at this thing maybe after a month or so, but we still need a goalkeeper to start off the season. So he will be the best option for me to go to if that takeover doesn't happen, or if it happens earlier than expected. And also Kim Jin Young has gone to Jeonju. Yeah, he just had to, didn't he? I was aiming for this striker alongside Legion, but he has gone. I think he was not I didn't look at him as the first option, as a go-to striker for this season, but he was quite good enough. So him going to judge just tells you how much, whenever I want a good player, the top teams will come and slot in to look for them. So Kim Jin Young has joined Jeonju, and I think I'm going to have to look for more backup strikers in that case. He just looked good enough, didn't he? Yeah, but I think I have another striker on the way. They were really as par to each other. They were really good players. Both of them, I had to settle with one, and definitely not Kim Jin Young. In terms of transfers that have already happened, we have only signed two. Shim Song Hyob, who has joined us as our defensive midfielder. His polygon just looks good. I think he may be one of the players to watch. And also Baek Sung Won, our little attacking midfielder, to be the substitute for Ryu Yeon-jun. But yeah, he's good. According to the staff, he's better than Ryu Yeon-jun, but I don't believe that. He'll just have to show us according to how he will be performing. At least he has a better finishing than Ryu Yeon-jun, a finishing of 8. He can play also as a striker, and we have not had any more exits, unfortunately. Yes, this is the striker I was saying that was quite better. Lee Jong-won, the 25-year-old, has joined us. He has joined us as an important player. He will be our new vice captain according to the contract agreement. He is better than the one we lost to the top team, right? Yeah, he's good. Finishing of 14, I love that. Off the ball, he's there. If we compare him to Kim Jin Young, who has just decided to go to the other squad all the way, up there they were different, similar molds, but Lee Jong-won had a more complete polygon, if you ask me. He just looks better, and I think he's the one that is going to take us to the next level, doesn't he? Welcome to the club, our new vice captain, though I think I need to look for substitutes for them now. Yep, the only fullback option I had in the whole everything I was looking at, Lee Dong-hyuk as our new starting right back, has been snatched up on a free transfer by the same team that snatched the striker I was aiming for. This is really bad. Why does it always look like every time I aim for a good player, my scouts just find good guys? All of a sudden, a better team just comes in and snatches them. It was going to be a substitute, by the way, for that. So I think giving him the squad player role was not the best idea. I should have given him maybe an important role, but he looks good. I just want to compare him with Kim Min-woo once more. I mean, is he that good? Yeah, he's not good enough compared to Kim Min-woo. Kim Min-woo is still great, but I need options. I need to have better options in the defensive structure. So far as what we have done counts or stands, and it's only the 8th of January, we have a new striker, we have a defensive midfielder whom I can easily replace. This is still a position of doubt because Shim Hyob is not good enough. He just doesn't stick to me like the way Jang Min did. We have, those are the only two positions we have filled so far. And now we also have Baek Sung-won as a substitute to the attacking midfield. I think the attacking midfield position is sorted for the year, maybe, unless I get a third one who can be a fringe player or a breakthrough prospect. For that position, I think I have under 18s. Yeah, I have some good squad players here. I also have someone like Kim Min-ho, an attacking midfielder. Lee Yoon-jin can play that particular similar role. What does he look like? He has very good mentors, really good mentors. His physical and technical departments are still lacking, but he can grow into that. As a makeshift, I am training him to play as an attacking midfielder. I think he can catch up with time to come. Well, it has been 2 weeks and we still don't have a ball-winning midfielder. So this has just forced me to come into this players tab. Look for players that we can scout in range. We're just going to edit it. Look for a midfielder. The role we are using a ball-winning midfielder. I need one immediately. Age, let me put it between the ages of 15 to around 23. 23 is not a bad choice. I think that's good enough. Maybe... yeah, let's leave it at 23. I can see we already have a lot of players. Contract status is amateur, and then we're just going to leave it like that. If transfer status, we don't want any of that. So we are going to do that, and then we can see there is a lot of players who can play that particular position. So instead of sending out my scouts like the last time I did, which they never came back with the reports in time, I'm just going to select a certain group of people, maybe 10 to 15, let's say this category of players, and then we are going to offer them a trial for the next 4 weeks in the club. Let's see how they will, if they will accept, and then we will see if we can offer them a trial and have them in. I mean, the season is quite far away, yes, but I want to make sure I'm done with the first team, even maybe before we begin the friendlies, or when we have already begun the friendlies and are going in, or at least we have some substitute players and a couple of first team players. Good news, everyone. The Chonan City Football Club takeover has fallen out. Jun Kyun Shane fails in takeover bid consortium. And immediately I saw that news, I just went straight away and made a bid for Kim Dong-yeon. He was 19 when we initially made a bid. Seems like his birthday is on 18th of January, so it has been a while ever since then. We are in the 5th of February. This goalkeeper to me just looks good. He looks first team quality. Even though if you compare him with our current goalkeeper, he's just not that the best you may think in terms of some things like shot stopping. But according to his general graph or his general polygon, he makes Big Jung Hyun just look a bit out of action. Just look at his mentals. Big Jung Hyun may be better in physicals and some good portion of the goalkeeping one, including the kicking and all this, but he has good reflexes. He has better rushing out tendency. The tendency of him rushing out is quite increased. I don't know whether you should take this as a positive, because we have seen what our goalkeepers have done in terms of rushing out. Ariel, he has outmarked him. They're nice and slow. They're just quite capable in some of the areas. But we have gotten him. He's currently 20-year-old. Initially wanted to sign as a star player in the squad, but we have gone on and restructured and agreed to him to be the first choice goalkeeper. So without delaying, we are going to accept the signing of our new goalkeeper. And with that, I'm just going to update it in the squad. Currently, as you see the squad the way it is, we have a new defender. I know you don't know this guy, Choi Ho Chang. I signed him from Cheongju, and the reason is because our starting center back was injured. Yeah, he looks like a good squad option. Just look at his development from the squad where he was. He looks really good for a center back. With a tackling of 5, I don't really care much about that. But he's a center back who can run. His composure is a bit down, but he knows how to position himself. Has a little bit of heading, jumping reach. His heading and jumping reach are just a little bit of the same. Marking of 8, and he's a defender who can run. I feel like fast strikers won't outpace him. He's good. Choi Ho Chang is good. We signed him because Kim Sang-woo went out injured. Currently, he's expected to be out for between 7 days to 2. He has been out for 4 weeks as far as things are standing. It was a sports hernia injury that he got. It is first major injury under us, and I think, yeah, it's his first major injury. He occurred the sports hernia in training. It was just caused by wear and tear. Currently, has been out for 4 weeks. Expected to be out for another 2 weeks. He will be back in time to start the season, because currently I've just looked at the current structure, and we have a month of rest before we start the season in April. So that one really restructures everything. There is no rushing for anything. We are not going to rush. We are not going to continue rushing out looking for players that we know we can't get. Let's just let the players come to us. We will get good players. We have a whole month in between the preseason friendlies and the season starting, and I'm going to organize a lot of friendlies in the month of March. We have played a couple of few, one at least, most of them. And just before before I had brought some few players on on trial. They have been playing the friendlies, and the most notable one has to be Huang Wujin. This guy, through the preseason friendlies, he has been performing quite well, and he looks good as a ball-winning midfielder. Just look at his work rate. He also has good leadership. He has good mentors. Quite solid physicals for the fact that he is a half-a-star according to the coaching staff. Our fifth choice midfielder at that. And we need depth, and we also know that our players get injured a lot. He doesn't have his technicals are kind of poor. I should say his technicals are poor, yeah. But he has good mentals, good physicals. They will be enough. I've been contemplating to offer him a contract before the trial ends, and yeah, he can come back. An emergency backup. That's what we need. He has really jazzed me during the preseason. the preseason in time when he came on trials. The other player whom I found quite interesting was Lee Dong-jin, but he was not getting me as much as the other was getting me. He has a good teamwork. He has really good mentors. He's a really good leader. He can be a really good leader to the squad, but I need players for now. I think I have enough leaders. Yeah, I am only going to take one of the midfielders from the trials. This one is the only one. Only Huang Jin was good enough for me during that period. I had one right back who was Park Yong Chul. A couple of players got injured during the preseason. Park Yong Chul as a wing back, he looks quite funny and good. Look at his polygon. Really good mentals. He doesn't a wing back who can't defend. He can run. He can accelerate, doesn't have much pace. He has good stamina, has good teamwork, has good work rate. I love his work rate. Can't tackle, can't mark, can't anticipate, doesn't know his positioning. He's not the best, but as of now, I completely don't have any right back. So according to all the players whom I gave a chance to come to trial with, he's the only one who came. So as an emergency backup, I wouldn't mind him as our new right back. So we are just going to sign him and see how things work out with Park Yong Chul. In the scouting department, I haven't received much, but there have been new suggestions, such being the likes of Lim Chang-seok from Yangju. He is a midfielder. He can play as a central midfielder. As a Messiah, I need a ball-winning midfielder. How much can he do as a ball-winning midfielder on support? He's not bad. He has quite the mentals, he has quite the physicals, he has quite the technicals, but he just doesn't get me, does he? Yeah, he's good compared to all the others that we have, but he just doesn't quite get me. Lim Chang Seok right here. The other one I looked at was Kim Bosop. He was apparently on our top tier of the searches we were looking for. This guy has good physicals, and I'm definitely just going to sign him specifically for his physicals. And I think we might have found our ball-winning midfielder. I use a box-to-box midfielder. Tried planning to switch it up to a ball-winning midfielder. He's not that bad. His work rate is a bit poor. His teamwork is low. What about as a box-to-box midfielder? His work rate and teamwork, I think we need that from a box-to-box midfielder. If he is going to be consistent, we do need that. But I love his physicals. I do love his physicals. Apart from him, I went and looked at one who could play as a winger. Oh, it was Lee Chasiok that could play as a winger and a box-to-box midfielder. Kan Shi Young could play as a Messiah, was being offered out by the agent. He has a good polygon, has good speed, has good vision, not much attacking, has good technical. He looks okay, not good. Okay, as a box-to-box midfielder, he lags in quite a couple of departments, but he looks okay. He's not that bad, yeah. Just looks nice. The other one I looked at was Kwak Min Seo. Kwak Min Seo here, I set out a little bit of a priority for him as a Messiah. He's not good. Yeah, that's just the conclusion. He's not good enough. I have a couple of other choices all around. I have another centre back, the like of Nayun Jong, who currently is a no-nonsense centre back. Has a triangular polygon. This is completely bizarre. He has good heading, quite good jumping reach. He has good aggression, really good aggression. Yeah, I need depth in the centre back position. Can I sign him? He looks good as a fringe player. That's okay. He wants to be a fringe player. We'll give him that. He knows that there are better centre backs in the squad already. I love players who have the knowledge of the squad. He was even got an A+ recommendation. That was good enough. Considering he is a selfish player, he can only play one position. Dreads playing in big matches, doesn't like big matches, but he's very consistent. That that is a plus for us. In terms of a midfielder, I'm still looking for that starting central midfielder. This guy, I'm still looking for this guy with a lot of heart. Look at Cho Hyung Chang here. I don't know why he's in the reserves. Cho Hyung Chang, he's supposed to replacing Kim Sang Woo, who was out injured for now. these players, the ones that are on a trial, the ones that will agree to come, they will move up, then we will just release the others. The players that were in this column, as you can see, only Kim Min Woo remains that has not been sold. He's the only one who is there. I am still looking for this guy, and I'm still looking for this guy because I think we have this guy. With one click of continue, we will have filled the goalkeeping place, but I will still have a problem with here and here. I've looked at the choices that I have been given in the scouting department. They are just not good enough. They are good, but not the good. You know, there's the good and the good that we want. Kimbo Siop is currently quite good. Yeah, I love him, but he has really poor work rate. I think, I mean, a ball winning midfielder or a box to box midfielder, the work rate is quite important because you don't want him to, like, just let it loose. Has good physicals though, really good physicals. I don't know. Strength is just a bit poor. His polygon is a bit funny. We'll see about it. But for now, I'm going to pass for these chances. I think the scouts will come up with more. Speaking of more, I set out 3 recruitment focuses. One is looking for a goalkeeper, one is looking for a right back, and one is looking for a midfielder. Those are the positions we were lacking in. Terms of the goalkeeper, Kim Dong-yeon, the player we want, and I think we are going to get, because yeah, we have already gotten him, not we are going to get, because we have already accepted. With one click of continue, he will be ours. I mean, there is no rush, guys. There is a month of, literally 2 months. We are still in the beginning of February. We have 2 months until the season begins. I mean, no rush. We have filled out quite a couple of the squad. We have let's just click continue first and fill this place and see what we lack first initially. Yeah, according to now how things stand, this is our squad. We have 2 really good strikers in Baek Sung-jin and Lee Jong-hoon. Lee Jong-hoon also, like, he has had a really good preseason start. Has scored 3 goals, has had 2 assists, has a rating of 7.9 in the preseason. I think he's going to be really detrimental in our season. I wish there was a way we could lock down the contracts, but we are only doing the amateur contracts for now. For some reason, I feel like I could have upgraded to the non-contract tab of everything, because Ryun Jun is our only player on a non-contract. But unfortunately, I just Ryun Jun is on an amateur contract, and who is on a non-contract? It was you, Sang Hyung, who is on a non-contract. But I just feel like things are just the same for them because they don't have like an expiry date of anything. They're just similar. So I just do it amateur. They may be grabbed just out of nowhere in the middle of the season, and that will make things interesting because it brings a challenge. Let's say a team comes and grabs Lee Jong-won out of nowhere. That gives us a challenge to look for a new striker somewhere. So far, we have a good new goalkeeper in Kim Dong-yeon. I think he will stand out to be quite good. I don't know about the Media Dream 11 of the league. Has he already joined the Media Dream 11? He's supposed to. I think he's good enough. Yep, our new goalkeeper Kim Dong-yeon is in the Media Dream 11. Then in for terms of striking, Lee Jong-won has already joined us in terms of striking in the Media Dream 11. And Kim Sang-woo and Lee Dong-hyuk are the standout favorites for being the best in the league. Kim Sang-woo, a very, very proficient centre back, but currently out injured a little bit. Hope he comes back before. Oh, he will come back before the start of the season, and hope he doesn't get another major injury. He has been out for quite too long, unfortunately. So that currently is the status of our squad. So guys, this video I think has already been long enough. I would want to make it longer, make sure we have our starting 11, but considering we have 2 months till the beginning of the season, I think I have more time to go and think about whatever we have and whatever players we are going to get, because I only want for the best for this team. I mean, having a right back like Kim Min-woo, I really need a left back like Kim Min-woo. I need a right back who can rival him. Kim Min-woo so far didn't have the best starting seasons for us. He has also not had the best preseason. I just don't know how to get this guy into character. He needs to be providing assists, or is it because I'm playing him as a wing back on defend, full back on defend? Yeah, I think that's what's causing all of this. Let's change his role, give him a role of a wing back on support, and see whether he'll start giving in assists and moving up the pitch more. But that stands as that. At the bench we have a good substitute goalkeeper. I think the goalkeeping department I'm done with for this season. I also have a very young proficient goalkeeper whom will be our third choice goalkeeper in Im Young-gok from the youth team. So the goalkeeping department, I think in terms of center backs, I have already gone out to look for another. We have already submitted a bid for another center back, as far as you can remember. On the bench we have Lee Kyung Ho, is also a center back and a defensive midfielder at the same time. He is not good enough to start, but he is good enough to feature on the bench, as he can also play a center back and a defensive mid in Lee Kyung Ho. Yang Jun Mo is our central midfield substitute. He is a substitute for the Messiah. Kim Sang-woo here, right here, is our starting center back. In fact, we should be having Kim Sang-woo here, though he's injured. I think, yeah, Kim Sang-woo is there, right there. Then we also have Choi Ho Chang in terms of center back. Our center back department, is it full? If we add one more, the one we have laid a bid to, I think it will be full. We have enough midfielders as far as I think. Choi Ju-young, a substitute for Yoo Seung-hyun. Yang Jun-mo, a substitute for maybe someone who will be here. But currently, Bak Song-won is out for Ryu Yeon-jun. I will need strikers. I forgot about that. We also have another midfielder in Song-sang. I have a lot of midfielders. I haven't thought about the striker position. I do need strikers. I will have to look for strikers. Our current transfer history stands at that. We have only brought in a couple of players and a couple have already left us, and I think more are subject to leave, one or two more, and then we are going to have a mad season to bring in. It's not the same as last season where we just brought in a lot of players and only a few left. This season actually I've tried to be more reserved. The ratio of players coming in and players going out is equal. I'm replacing the players that are leaving. So yeah, that ratio, I have maintained it at an equal. So that's currently what we have standing. I don't have clauses. I wanted to look whether I have any clauses that are standing out. No, that's not what we have. The recruitment focuses, we have these three. And in terms of goalkeeper, have they brought anyone? There are two recruitment processes in progress. We have Kim Min Jae from the Gimpo K League, and we have Kim Song Dong from. Okay. How do these guys look? Is he good? Better? No, he's not better than our starting goalkeeper. I refuse to accept that. What about Kim Song Dong? Kim Song Dong from the K League. Ooh. You know what? He's good, but let all of this scouting point. I don't need another goalkeeper. I don't even know why this focus is running. Maybe for the future we'll just add them later on into the shortlist. Maybe for the right back we have 6 in progress. I hope they return really good searches for this one. I need a good right back. That's why I need more time, and I don't want to take your time with all the length of this video is quite too much. Kim Ho Sung here is considered the best. He has a really intense polygon, really good. They've only completed that. He has good decisions, good teamwork, good natural fitness, good acceleration, quite good pace. He may look good. Let's wait for the technicals. The technicals are not really promising, to be honest. Let's just wait for all those searches to come back. And yeah, guys, in terms of midfielder, it's only Lee Sung-won. How good is he? Oof, he's good. He's good. Have we found our midfielder before we even finish the episode? This guy is good. Have they finished this? Yeah. Extensive knowledge. You know what? I'm approaching him. I'm approaching to sign this guy. How good is he? We will never know. But as a ball-winning midfielder, he's good. He is absolutely mental. He's good at his mentals are not really that much, but I love his work rate. I really want good work rate for a player, and I love his passing. If he can pass the ball right, he has good fast touch too. He can never be a free kick taker or a penalty taker at any point. We still have 57k in scouting budget. We are going to use all of it this time around. I'm not going to be as sentimental as I was in the previous episode. Yeah, guys, that will be that for this episode. This has been a really good transfer special, I must say. I've made progress. I still have a month and a half to go for everything else. And I still have 2 positions to look for. I think I may have found one, and I still have this group to fill up. I think in the next episode when we come back, I will have filled up all of this, and we will be just looking at the players we have signed before we begin the particular season we want to start. We don't want it to be too long, but we want it to be good. So the next season starts in a few, and the next season starts in the next episode. This episode had taken a while to be uploaded. So it was supposed to come out yesterday. I went in and just due to some technical difficulties with my resources, should I say, my devices, they started failing on me at a point, but I have fixed the issue. This episode comes out today, the next one will come out tomorrow, a bit earlier than the time that this one has come out. I'm going to make myself industrious to work towards that. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, make sure to like this video, click the subscribe button, and also leave the best comments that you can, and also leave comments on whom you think may be our star signing for the next season. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. I'm sorry, did I say watching? Can you please delete that when you edit this? No, I don't think I'm going to delete it. Anyway, mistakes are mistakes. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are going to come back in the next episode, a strong team and ready to start the season ahead of us.